okay, breathe. We're gonna get out of this. And we're gonna go home.
This place, it isn't what you think. It's a cage. But we can help each other.
He's a monster. You cannot trust him.
I'm just a man. But I know how it ends.
I don't care what he can do. He's not getting out.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
Marvel Studios' Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania. Experience it in 3D February 17th. Get tickets now.
You know, a lot of people come into Marvel movies and they're always like, I wonder how many like Easter eggs or cameos they're going to be, especially when we're in the multiverse and the quantum realm. If you were to give, on the scale of 1 to 10, where maybe 10 is like, it's gonna blow your mind, what do we say? Paul, what?
For people that are aware, I think we have some good ones in there, some really good ones. I'm obviously not going to tell you what they are, but I think the ones that people find out about or learn about they would think would be a 10.
It would be a 10. Ooh.
And in today's video, we're going to talk about Ant-Man 3, aka Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So, in the whole time I've been doing YouTube, which is years, we're talking before Infinity War, we're talking Thor Ragnarok before then. We've just had the biggest leak in pop culture history. Such a big leak. Yeah, I know, people are like, but things didn't leak during Endgame and Infinity War. Yes, they did. The first 20 minutes of Endgame leaked a week before it happened, but this leak is insane. But it's also a little bit misleading because it's a dialogue leak, which doesn't set the tone, doesn't really give you a description of how anything looks, what actually happens in action sequences. It's just what the actors say has been leaked, which reaffirms and confirms the plot leak I've gone over a few times that dates back 6 months. It is 100% true. And the fact that anyone that's posted this dialogue leak, it's been DMCA claimed, basically copyright claimed. And the fact that Marvel Studios has even copyright claimed the source of this. So where it came from, it's 100% been taken down, which proves it's 100% real. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome to the Warstu channel. If you're new around here, please make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture-based content that we tried to do on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, what are you most looking forward to going forward with Marvel? Now we've got past phase 4 where the superhero fatigue kicked in, or did it not kick in? We don't know, but Avatar 2 banged 2 billion. It's overtaken No Way Home. It's about to take Infinity War down. But your boy Kevin Feige seems to think superhero fatigue doesn't exist. Kevin Feige doesn't believe in the superhero fatigue, citing Marvel has many genres. Okay. There's 80 years of the most interesting, emotional, groundbreaking stories that have been told in Marvel Comics via the Movie Business Podcast. Okay, so why did Top Gun Maverick, why is Avatar 2, why has the only movie Marvel-wise that got close to 1 billion being Doctor Strange 2, but that had like 25 cameos in it? Why has no superhero movie absolutely smashed it since Endgame? I don't actually believe there is superhero fatigue. I believe there's a fatigue of boring-ass stories, but we know the plot leak for Ant-Man 3 is real, so this movie is going to set a tonal shift. Hopefully, Kang the freaking Conqueror can set us on the way. So if you could also check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, and check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, because I've got like 5 followers over there. So we're going to go over a bunch of stuff from the dialogue leak, but we're not actually going to go over it properly because we've got to be careful how we talk. So, the post-credit has now been confirmed by said dialogue leak, and it's rather interesting in a way. So a lot of people seem to think Kang's Dynasty is going to start in this movie. It is, because that's literally name dropped in. There's actually dialogue where it says the Kang's Dynasty. So the post-credit scene, although I don't know if it's a post-credit scene, it's been like set up as the post-credit scene. So careful with spoilers. I don't want to ruin your life. So Ant-Man and the Wasp will be stuck in the quantum realm at the end of the movie. Kang the freaking Conqueror will get out and start wreaking havoc over the multiverse. But what's actually interesting here, right at the end of the movie, Cassie Lang looks at the screen to see Avengers fail safe program. But what does that actually mean? What does that actually mean? So this is the alleged post-credit scene. What all this actually means is, in Marvel Comics, a fail-safe program was designed by the Avengers member Vision. So Vision's returning. We know there's a Vision Quest show in the works. We know Wanda's returning as well, to utilize to recruit the next generation of Earth's mightiest heroes in case the Avengers were ever destroyed or disassembled. So maybe what she's actually seen on the screen is her own name, because we know they have introduced some of the new Avengers, like the young Avengers, like Kate Bishop was introduced in the Hawkeye show. Cassie Lang is obviously going to become a superhero at some point, and so on and so forth. But the most interesting part for me about this little story to do with the Avengers fail-safe program is the fact that it's going to introduce Iron Lad in a roundabout way. So, in Marvel comic history, someone that goes by the name of Nathaniel Richards, which ironically, he who remains is called Nathaniel, and also Kang is actually called Nathaniel. So when people keep going Kang variants, they actually mean a Nathaniel Richards variant. As we know, Nathaniel Richards is from the 31st century. So young Nathaniel Richards came to the present day at some point to recruit the Avengers to help him stop his older self, but found them defeated. He took Iron Man's armor and became Iron Lad, and then found the fail-safe hard drive on Vision, which he used to recruit the new Avengers, which were later called the Young Avengers. So this could set up a Project Self badass title for the Young Avengers on Disney Plus, potentially. I just think this is pretty cool, because the Young Avengers are a little bit more cool than the real Avengers, because we can't have the real Avengers because there's no Tony Stark, there's no real Captain America. Yeah, I get it. Falcon is the next Captain America, but until they give us something more, the real Captain America has gone. So the main problem with Phase 4 is no one freaking cares about the characters. Don't get me wrong, Thor's still badass, but Thor Love and Thunder pretty much ruined all the work they'd done with that character. So the Young Avengers will have Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Cassie Lang, and variant Ant family member, but we don't know what the other members of the Young Avengers could be. Obviously, Spider-Man could be one, American Chavez could be one for sure. Iron Lad will be one. That would be pretty cool. And we know they're introducing Wiccan properly in the Agatha Harkness, Coven of Harkness, Speed, Wiccan, Hawkeye, Cassie Lang's character, Stinger. We don't actually know her name officially yet. Young Loki, a Vision could actually, well, technically was a member of that. So that's technically one of the alleged post-credit scenes, although that's pretty much set in stone because we went over a plot leak that literally said the same thing a long time ago. It just didn't go into specific details about what she's seen on the screen. So that's pretty badass, because a lot of people had the idea it was going to be Kang the freaking Conqueror wreaking havoc everywhere, and that was going to be what was seen at the end of the movie, but it doesn't actually look like it plays out that way. So there is a bit of dialogue between Janet and Kang, and we're loosely going to go over what is said, but it is insane. It makes it clear that he has erased endless timelines entirely, killed hundreds of billions of people. It's insane how much conquering he's actually done. Now, like I said, I don't want to actually go over the dialogue word for word, but Janet says something along the lines of, "You started some kind of war. You tried to erase every universe that threatened yours. That is the work of a savage person," or something like that. And in this act, Kang the Conqueror, they destroy the world that was. They make the new world to their image. Essentially, the Kang Conqueror can do whatever the freaking hell he wants to do. But for some reason, it's his cage. It's been confirmed that he's actually stuck in the quantum realm. It's not clear who put him there, but people will hypothesize. Although the plot leak is out there and it's real and the dialogue's out there, it still doesn't say who actually put him in there concurrently. Now, a lot of people say it's got to be He Who Remains, because He Who Remains is essentially the person who has taken every other variant of Nathaniel Richards or the variant of him down. But that is to be confirmed when the movie comes out in the middle of next month. So we will find out Kang's backstory properly when we get to said movie. So as clear as the plot leak is, it's not actually 100% clear because it can't have everything in it, if that makes any sense. It just has the main narrative. So one thing it does make clear is it is the quantum nexus where Scott has to go, and this is where he meets several different versions of himself. So we can presume whatever the quantum energy or whatever it actually is that he needs, that Kang needs to fuel his multiversal space travel ship, it's either in the quantum nexus or it's past the quantum nexus. But either way, only Scott himself can go there, which is interesting because no plot leak, no leak description, no dialogue leak, nothing actually confirms, and this is really annoying, nothing confirms 100%. I want to know, what is the name of the energy source that is needed to get Kang out of his cage? I mean, Nathaniel. To get Nathaniel out of his cage. Because this is a huge plot point. And it's very interesting to me that Mr. Kevin Feige himself actually said the following. Kang is stuck in there. He needs to manipulate, leverage the Antman family to get the energy source to fuel his multiversal travel ship. Now, I find this very endearing because there is no plot leak for this movie because Kevin Feige came out and literally told you the biggest plot point of this movie. So there's a part on the leak that I find so crazy. So Doctor Strange 2 ends with the clear basically going, yo, Doctor Strange, there's an incursion, I need your help, and it looks like they go to wherever Dormammu is. So there's something here that says, every version of me playing with time like children, meaning his variant. But I can see the ending. I saw their chaos spread to other worlds, many universes colliding with each other. Endless worlds. I saw the multiverse and it's dying, and it's all because of them. So I want to control the situation. So there's a dialogue in, I think it was the first trailer, where Kang said the only person that can stop what is coming is me. So is it all the variances of Kang that will cause the end of the multiverse? But then Janet's like, yo, you started the war. You tried to erase every universe that threatened yours. So it is fascinating how the fact it says, I saw multiverses die and it's all because of them. And it's like, every version of me playing with time like children. So this line here, I think it's trying to get at the fact that in all the, I mean, we're not obviously not going to see all these different Kangs doing this crazy stuff. I mean, we're going to have to at some point. But it's almost to me like Kang wants to destroy all the other variances of Kang or Nathaniel Richards or He Remains, whatever spin they want to put on it. It seems like there can only be one version of this character. Otherwise, all the other versions will try and conquer everything, but there can only be one OP Kang. And for some reason, at the moment, he wants it to be Kang the Conqueror. If you can perceive time as I do, you can't ignore its existence. And you're the only one who can understand? Am I the only one who can understand that there is something wrong with it? Who caused the problem? Me, every version of me, playing with time like children. So he's basically saying in a roundabout way that he caused all this situationships, so he has to solve all the situationships that would occur going forward in, obviously, Kang's Dynasty, etc. But the incursions started, obviously, in Doctor Strange 2. We know there, careful spoilers, I don't want to ruin your life, there will be an incursion in Captain Marvel 2, aka the Marvels as well. But it actually is really fascinating that when Kang is talking to Janet, potentially if this is real, he's saying, yo, I caused all this problem. I need to solve it. Otherwise, the multiverse is going to die. And he's the only one that can save it. But he always said, if we go back to the trailer, I'm the only one can stop what's coming. Who is that? Me. Damn, this is going to get so deep. I really hope this part is true. But this is like a dialogue leak, if you like. So we don't know if the translation is 100% real. But you can guess that the Kang's interfering with each different timeline and trying to conquer every timeline and trying to be the top G would have caused some altercation, which could be incursions. As we know, incursions are going to be a huge thing going forward. That was kind of the point of Multiverse of Madness going forward, and the fact that Doctor Strange 3 will be coming and Clear's like, yo, you caused an incursion. Is it the Kang of incursions in a roundabout way? And he wants to save the multiverse, but that can't be true because he tells Janet in the dialogue, in the actual plot leak, that he will destroy the planet, the Earth, the universe Janet's from because she made him trapped in there for such a long time, and Kang is a freaking villain. So this storyline going forward, Kang's Dynasty is going to have to be a really deep ass story based on this story alone. And if this is real, is 2 hours long enough for the general normie to understand and comprehend what exactly is going to be going on going forward? So this is why I say Doctor Strange 2 is actually freaking very important, because Kang's like, yo, I can see everything that's coming. I kind of caused everything. I want to stop the multiverse from dying, but at the same time, I'm going to screw over the main Earth, which essentially, I guess, will be the Kang Dynasty. And I guess Avengers Secret Wars, Avengers 6, is going to be like an all-out multiversal war. So it's Kang's real plan just to destroy the multiverse. I don't think that's the case, because if that was the case, that would mean the whole of the Marvel's cinematic universe would be rebooting after Avengers 6, and I just can't see that happening. So there's got to be a much bigger player, a much bigger play than just Kang wanting to destroy every single Earth and make all the heroes and villains fight each other, and then there only be one universe left. I don't think that's the case. I don't think there's going to be some sonic boom at the end of Avengers 6 and they reboot everything, because that would be a travesty and that would not work long term. We know the people over at Marvel were already thinking 5 to 10 years ahead of time. I don't think they're going to completely reboot every single character and every single continuity in the whole of the MCU after Avengers 6. So whatever the hell Kang is up to, let me know down below. Because we do know there's been lots of leaks and stuff to do with potential stuff that's coming after for Avengers 7 and Avengers 8. But I don't want to get into that in this video. So let me know. What do you actually think Kang's endgame is? I don't believe it's just destroying the multiverse. He might be called Kang the Conqueror. I don't believe he just wants to conquer every universe and destroy and leave it for dead. But with the incursions, if two planets, two universes collide into each other, only one survives, technically. But I don't think they're going to reboot everything after Avengers 6. So let me know. What do you think Marvel's going to do after Avengers 6? Yeah, we are thinking years ahead of time, but I'm very interested in what you actually know. And let me know, what do you think about the post-credit scene? Is it really setting up the young Avengers, or is it actually setting up the multiversal team that will take out Kang in Avengers 6, potentially? Because we've all heard the rumors that potentially what will happen in Avengers 5 is they're gonna get destroyed, and then in Avengers 6, they're gonna have to seek the multiverse for a multiversal team. Maybe it's a teaser for that. It could be a teaser for literally anything, but the young Avengers with Iron Lad, Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, Stinger maybe, does make the most sense. Like always, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see that beautiful voice behind the beautiful face. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.